Well, good afternoon. We're going to look at chapter 40 today of the book of Jeremiah. And if you remember previously, in the middle of all of this kerfuffle with the Babylonians attacking Israel and Judah and Jerusalem, God says to Jeremiah, go and buy a field in Benjamin, in this area of Benjamin. Didn't make sense at the time, but Jeremiah was an obedient prophet, and he did what God said he should do. And then he prophesied that the Chaldeans will come and retake Jerusalem, and this time they will burn it to the ground. And that's what happened in chapter 39. And for that, the king said, kill him. We don't want that sort of prophet in our land, even if he is telling the truth. So it actually happened, and Jeremiah was a witness to what took place in the city. Now we get to the stage where we're in chapter 40, and in that chapter, Jeremiah, who is a captive like all the other people who were still in Jerusalem, he's now going to be set free, because the enemy king, when Nebuchadnezzar came into the city in Riblah, he commanded Nebuzaradan, his captain of the guard, to take men and release Jeremiah and not hurt him, make sure he was well treated, and to do whatever he asks. And so we have this situation where God, the enemy of the Jewish people, is protecting God's prophet of Israel, which normally doesn't seem to make sense, but it does, because God always protects his prophets. Now let's pick up and see what it says. The word of the Lord came to Jeremiah from after that Nebuchadnezzar, the captain of the guard, had let him go from Ramah, when he had taken him, being bound in chains among all of that were carried away captive from Jerusalem and Judah, which were carried away captive to Babylon. So Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, included Jeremiah in all of the captives that were being taken from Jerusalem and Judah into Babylon, and they are all in chains. But when they got to Ramah, which is a day's journey outside of the area that they started from, he let him go. And the captain of the guard took Jeremiah aside and said unto him, the Lord thy God has pronounced his evil upon this place. Here we have the captain of the enemy, who does not worship the God of Israel, recognizing that it is the Lord your God, the God of Israel, that has pronounced his evil upon this place. Now the Lord has brought it and done according to all he said, because you have sinned against the Lord and have not obeyed his voice, talking about Israel as a nation. Therefore this came upon you. And he says, and now behold, I release you today from the chains which were upon your hands. If it seems good to you to come with me into Babylon, come, and I will look well unto you. But if it seems ill unto you to come with me to Babylon, forbear. Behold, all of the land is before you, whether it seems good and convenient for you to go or not. Then go. Now while he was not yet gone back, he said, go back also to Gedaliah, the son of Achiam, the son of Shaphan, whom the king of Babylon has made governor over the cities of Judah, and dwell with him among the people, or go wherever it seems convenient for you to go. So the guards gave him food and money and let him go. The enemy paid him to leave. Then to Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam to Mizpah, and dealt with him among the people that were left in the land. Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, took Jeremiah along with the exiled people of Jerusalem and Judah, who were being sent to Babylon, but then he released him. The captain called to Jeremiah and said, "The Lord your God has brought this disaster upon this land, just as he said he would. For these people have sinned against the Lord. That is why it happened. Now, I'm going to take off your chains and let you go. If you want to come to Babylon with me, fine. I'll see that you are well cared for. But if you don't want to come, don't come. The world is before you. Go wherever you like. If you decide to stay, then return to Gedaliah, who has been appointed as governor of Judah by the king of Babylon, and stay with the remnant that he rules. But it's up to you. Go wherever you like." Then Nebuzaradan gave Jeremiah some money and food and let him go. So Jeremiah returned to Gedaliah and lived in Judah with the people that were left in the land. Remember, they are the poor people who were left. Here we see the provision of the Lord for Jeremiah, his faithful servant. He is offered protection and given the choice of where he is to go, and he is free to choose. The enemy even gives him food and money for his journey. It is true that the Lord provides for all of our needs. Verse 7. Now when all of the captains of the forces which were in the fields, even they and their men, heard that the king of Babylon had made Gedaliah the son of Ahikam governor of the land, and had committed unto him men and women and children, and of the poor of the land, of them that were not carried away captive to Babylon. Then they came to Gedaliah to Mizpah, even Ishmael the son of Nethaniah, and Johanan, and Jonathan the sons of Kareah, and Sariah, and the son of Tanhumeth, and the sons of Ephi, the Netophalite, and Jezaniah, the son of Machelite, they and their men. And Gedaliah the governor, the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, swear unto them and unto their men, saying, Dwell in the land and serve the king of Babylon, and it shall be well with you. And as for me, behold, I will dwell at Mizpah to serve the Chaldeans, which will come to us. But you, gather your wine and summer fruits and oil, and put them in vessels, and dwell in your cities that you have taken. Likewise, when all of the Jews that were in Moab and among the Ammonites and in Edom, that were in all of the countries, heard that the king of Babylon had left a remnant of Judah, and that he had set over them Gedaliah the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, even all the Jews returned out of all of the places whither they were driven, and came to the land of Judah, to Gedaliah unto Mizpah, and gathered wine and summer fruits very much. Now when the leaders of the Jewish guerrilla bands in the countryside heard that the king of Babylon had appointed Gedaliah as governor over the poor of the land who were left behind, and had not been exiled to Babylon, they came to see Gedaliah at Mizpah, where his headquarters were. These are the names of the leaders who came. Ishmael, that's a problem for a start, isn't it, that name? Son of Nethaniah, Johanan and Jonathan, the sons of Kareah, Sariah, the son of Tanhumeth, the sons of Ephi, the Netophathite, Jezaniah, the son of Markathite, and all of their men. And Governor Gedaliah assured them that it would be safe to surrender to the Babylonians. Stay here and serve the king of Babylon, he said, and all will go well for you. As for me, I will stay at Mizpah and intercede for you with the Babylonians who will come here to oversee my administration. Settle in any city you wish and live off the land. Harvest the grapes and summer fruits and olives and store them away. When the Jews in Moab and among the Ammonites and in Edom heard that a few people were still left in Judah, and that the king of Babylon had not taken all of them away, and that Gedaliah was the governor, they all began to return to Judah from all of the places where they had fled to. They stopped at Mizpah to discuss their plans with Gedaliah, and then went out to the deserted farms and gathered a great harvest of wine, grapes, and other crops. Verse 13. Moreover, Johanan, the son of Kareah, and all of the captains of the forces that were in the field came to Gedaliah at Mizpah, and said unto him, Don't you certainly know that Baalis, the king of the Ammonites, has sent Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, to slay you? But Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, believed them not. Ishmael, the traitor. He refused to listen to them. Then Johanan, the son of Kareah, spoke to Gedaliah in Mizpah secretly, saying, Let me go, I pray thee, and I will slay Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, and no man shall know it. Wherefore shall he slay you, that all the Jews which are gathered unto you should be scattered, and the remnant of Judah perish? But Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, said unto Johanan, the son of Kareah, You shall not do this thing, for you speak falsely of Ishmael. But he wasn't speaking falsely. But soon afterwards, Johanan, the son of Kareah, and 2 other guerrilla leaders came to Mizpah to warn Gedaliah that Baalis, the king of the Ammonites, had sent Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, to assassinate him. But Gedaliah wouldn't believe them. Then Johanan had a private conference with Gedaliah. Johanan volunteered to kill Ishmael secretly, because Ishmael believed Gedaliah was a traitor for siding with the Babylonians against his own people. Why should we come and let him murder you? Johanan asked. What will happen to the Jews who have returned? Why should this remnant be scattered and lost? But Gedaliah said, I forbid you to do any such thing, for you are lying about Ishmael. Sadly, he was not lying, and the deceiver had another victory. And of course, in chapter 41, Ishmael kills Gedaliah and many others, which we'll continue on shortly.